Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and I noticed that I haven't done a rogue Torghast run before. Well, I have done them on live streams, but I haven't done them in a video format ever. So in today's video, I want to do just a full run of Torghast abilities for rogues, and try to pick the most interesting abilities. Right now, I would say rogues don't really have the most grand abilities that alter our playstyles in wacky ways. We are pretty standard, and it just simply buffs some of the mechanics we already have. But we're going to explore all the different abilities that are available. I'm going to be doing this as Outlaw. And I think I just saw Meatball running by. So if you see a guy that's like Hogger, there he is. So there's going to be some sort of like a following system in this game. Like, very similar to Legion Order Halls, right? And this is going to be one of the followers you can collect is Meatball. Here we are. Now somewhere in the game, I have Meatball. We have no idea and no UI for that type of system just now. But yeah, we're gonna do a normal run of Twisted Corridors just to go up in Torghast, check out some of the different abilities. For this week, we will have, or at least today actually, it's not a week. Today, we'll have Necrolord abilities to play with. So we will have the Fleshcraft ability, which gives you a shield. Oh, did I do that again? I just did something where I could see through the wall for a second. Maybe here? I can't quite... Oh, there it is. It was there first. Oh. Wow. Kinda scary. Okay, first ability is gonna be... Finisher moves increase the damage of next common point generator. Common ability, but I think we'll snag it. The other one is class power, just temporary. So, rogues have a lot of these temporary abilities. I think we're gonna go with extra damage just because I think it'll be strong. And we're gonna skip to floor 7. This seems to be a decent floor to start with, in order to get maybe a little bit of a challenge of abilities, while also being able to see good majority of your abilities. They are constantly bouncing Torghast, and last time I tried to do a... Whoa. Okay, so the doors are kind of in front of you. So they also changed the doors. Now there's a massive door and kind of like staying inside of instead of a teleporter. So that's interesting. But we're gonna try to do a run on my rogue and see how well it works. We're gonna try to use the Covenant ability, which the Bone Spike is pretty good. It does quite a bit of damage. It has a good upfront damage. It's great for an initial bleed type of ability. And I think it synergizes fairly well into what Outlaw can do. And we kind of need to interrupt one of the Soul Blasts if available, and go for a Blade Flurry if at all possible. We are going to be a little bit afraid of this area because we have skeletons, and skeletons are going to make our run just a little bit harder because when they explode, there's going to be extra physical damage we'll take, like those guys over there. But we might be able to deal with them from a distance, like we'll be able to maybe Blade Flurry them around and deal with them maybe through Cleave, since we do have acrobatic strikes, and we have to be a little careful with our health at the moment. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit tougher than I remember, because I think they made this just a little bit harder. So maybe starting at level 1 is a little bit more even, because normally you would start at higher level because everything below that level was just cake. It was super easy. So maybe they made it to where it's better to start at a lower level and really have the full experience all the way from the bottom up of Torghast. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try to see if I can pick up all the interesting abilities, if at all possible. And try to see if I can survive, because rogue and survivability, I have stealth. Very little health to work with things. First ability is going to be Jack of all trades. You can Adrenaline Rush, Vendetta, and Shadow Blades with LF. Wow, we got ourselves a massive ability. Jack of all trades is insane. Gain Adrenaline Rush, Vendetta, and Shadow Blades when any are active. So upon Adrenaline Rush, I get Shadow Blades, so I generate more common points. And whoever I'm targeting, I also gain Vendetta. That is a massive ability to pick up. This is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. And I've only seen that ability once. I'm surprised it's giving me literally on the first level as I'm climbing. So I think this climb is going to be a successful one, just with that alone. I'll try to use it here, actually. Try going for the big AoE. Vendetta is up. Blades are up and running. Shadow Blades are present, so we generate more common points, hopefully. It doesn't seem like we actually are generating common points. We are gaining the buff of the damage, I want to say, but not generating the common points. So that ability doesn't seem to actually work. Finisher moves deal additional 50% damage as nature when it's behind a target. I'm never going to be able to get a lot of value out of it unless I can stun an enemy. Dealing nature damage has a chance to... Oh, speaking about nature damage, I actually don't have a lot because I'm just not using any. Let's go with the Storm Cycle Peridot because I should have a lot more nature damage now that I'm actually focusing on my abilities. Is that something new over there? Is this a puzzle? Did Blizzard add another new puzzle in order to get inside the cage? I think that might be new. We'll check it out in just a second after I slay these guys. Nice. Okay, let's see. It seems to be the puzzle that starts on the left side. Oh, okay. So I just need to somehow make it connect. Okay. I need to put this ability in. Oh no, that's not, doesn't work. Okay. I gotta find a way to get this middle out or find a way to use all these other abilities. Or these panels, I guess. Kind of... Let's do this. Alright. And that should work. Oh. That's cool. That's a new puzzle. I've literally never seen this before, ever. So that's interesting. We're gonna try fighting the Dusky Tremor Beast. See how well that works out. Actually, kidney shot him. Because we can. And we'll get value out of it with Prey in the Weak. Goron Swipe, we'll pop an evasion for. Hopefully we have enough damage for this guy. Reroll to get us a better buff. That's gonna be quite a nice setup with Leech, so we can get us as a heal. We can stop thrashes with kidney shots and maybe even gouges. We need to. We can get away from the swipe. Stop and thrash with a gouge. Or in swipe can't really stop it. Looks like it maybe is a frontal or a parry it. And we should be able to finish him off here. Nice. When enemy is... Oh, so this is Thorns with a knockback. We actually don't want to use Thorns with a knockback. Last time I tried this ability, it was not worth. Yeah, so it seems that they actually made the Torghast, even at level 9, or at level 7, I guess, when you start, a little bit more challenging. So I wonder if level 1 through level 6 are a lot more challenging than they have been in the past. Which I think is probably the best way, because Blizzard does want to make, you know, some of the early levels at least a starter challenge. And as long as we're still intended to kind of start from the bottom and climb as high as we can, if that is still how Blizzard intends us to play, or maybe they want us to play with like a checkpoint system that we currently have on the alpha, which I don't think that's how they want us to, because it just would be more lame than anything. Your ability is cooled down faster, but physical damage is reduced. Physical damage and healing. Yeah, we have to get Weapon Master at that point. We can't reduce our physical damage. The only way that would work is if we went... Wait, when you're Assassination Rogue, do bleeds count as physical damage? I believe they do, actually. So as Assassination, I was going to say maybe you can, like, you know, bleeds and poisons, but I think you actually still lose out on a lot of value. Oh, this area looks kind of new. I don't remember this before. Yeah, this looks totally new. I like it. Let's see what's inside of this pot. We have an ability that didn't... Okay, hold on. Hide. Bring it back. Okay, now we can see it. Ambush applies a common point rupture. Or do we go for Phantasma? Let's try the red stuff. The proper red stuff, as the ability's name is. Because we might be able to get other abilities put together, and, you know, having a longer rupture would be nice. Finisher moves do extra damage for combo point generators. That's perfectly fine with me. Wow, this place looks awesome. I'm glad they added this extra zone. I've never seen this part of Torghast before. This looks amazing. I mean, this guy is not new, Galeth, but this whole area is. The voice acting is also new. I'm not used to that at all, but that's cool. Let's see if we can buy anything from the vendor. We're gonna get 1 plundered animate, 2, and we'll go with 1 ravenous. I want to see if I can get any class specific things from enemies. Phylacteries have a chance to drop you Thistletea, which we'll take. That can be good in some cases. And extra damage and rupture. I'll take that as well. And we got a versatility here. We can only take 1 off, so that's okay. Unless I want to sell this item and buy an extra verse and a crit. I'll keep one Ravenous Cell. What you can do with a Ravenous Cell is find a non-elite enemy, transform that enemy into an Anima Cell, and sometimes you can get class-specific abilities. For rogues, I'm gonna guess it has to do with someone with pickpocketing. For a mage, it was an ability where you could polymorph undeads into undead rats. Skeletons in the jailer's tower drop 10 times much phantasma. Okay, so nothing crazy, as you can see. But there's usually some smaller abilities. Some are class-specific, some aren't. And that one, I guess, wasn't class-specific. There's quite a bit of skeletons everywhere, so this will be interesting how well that will go. Alright, I got a big boss enemy here. Actually, let me go and build up a shield. Out of doing this run, I've been kind of quietly climbing the levels. I've noticed that rogues feel kind of squishy. Like, lots of damage, but also very squishy. Also, it's funny how I would be able to pull a Vendetta on him in the opener like that. What does this do? Movement reduced? I'm not worried about it. There is one buff that rogues get that's kind of nuts, based on movement, by the way. But yeah, we have a lot of damage. But we're also very squishy, so maybe I should pick up health. I'll go for damage right now, because I felt like with the shield, my Necrolord shield is still holding on. That guy didn't do nearly enough damage to me. So I guess I'm okay for now, but I've been picking up as many things as I can for stats, so I went up to 41,000 health. Which is quite high. So I've been picking up as many of these things as I can, where it's just class power, placeholder, but your stats are increased overall by 15%, and a couple of health pieces here and there, so yeah, I've been trying to survive. The damage we do is nuts, though. It feels like before I can really get my rotation starting as Outlaw, things are already dead around me. So I guess it's gonna be one of the biggest, like a give and a take system. And this should be a boss level here. I don't have a lot of Phantasma collected. Been kind of not really focusing on economy here. I don't think I have a lot of... Maybe the one ability here somewhere that's like, hey, you can get increased Phantasma collection. We'll see. I think that's all we need. We got Cosaris the Fallen. So hopefully we will have a fairly easy time with him. He has quite a bit of health, but I think we'll be okay. Got a gaze on us. Is that maybe something we can... Oh, become enraged when I'm moving? Okay, well I can't move. I basically just have to stand still, even through all these orbs. If only I could actually remove the enrage, which rogues cannot right as of right now. At one point we could. At least I think we could. Collapse. Now that's an ability I could actually deal with. Okay, he's not super enraged, so we can deal with it. Nice. Yeah, so that guy wasn't all that tough. But then again, I think the mechanic was, like, you know, super easy to work with. We have grapple. Targets within 8 yards of your grapple hook suffer additional 400 damage from next finisher move. We have to go with that one. We have to. And since we grapple quite often, you know, being Outlaw and cooldown reduction and all, this is going to be quite nice for a big finisher. We also got a couple of buffs where we are trying to build up the damage of our dispatch to do 25% more damage. And this is where we'll start getting some torments. Okay, so we'll try getting around all these torments. Ooh, massive amounts of traps here. Oh, a bit of damage. I like how they have a green fire here too now. Isn't this nature damage? I think it'd be shadow damage, because, you know, necromancy magic and whatnot. Okay, we made it through pretty easily. I really hate the skeletons, by the way. The physical debuff they put up on you is quite annoying to deal with. The rest of these enemies, I don't hate as nearly as much. Ooh, Subjugator. These guys can be a little bit rough sometimes. Let's go and kill the Empowered Soulbinder first. Drop a bleed on him pretty quickly. Oh, what? Big between the eyes. Grapple hook cooldown is reduced and now generates a common point, or we go for no jumps but extra damage. I like jumping around a lot, so we'll come back with that ability. If we get it again, we'll try it. But yeah, you know, wow, that was gonna be quite good. I did not realize it was gonna do that much damage. Oh, hey, how you doing? Those guys hurt now a lot. All right, let's try it. This is gonna be a little bit tough, I think. I probably should have used another ability prior to this. Subjugator, making sure we don't get hit by his abilities. This is the most important part. Oh, he died very quickly. I think we just picked up one of the strongest rogue abilities ever. Finisher boost increases damage of our abilities again, so our Sinister Strike is gonna be quite killer. Let's go with the silence. I think that can give us a little bit, because we have so much burst anyway, we have so much damage. Might as well get a little bit extra burst in this to us. And I swear to God, why is this room literally full of traps? I like how I'm just kind of standing here, and because of this ability, every time I crit, there's like this arcane thing that pops at the enemy. And if I'm just kind of standing auto-attacking, every one of those crits can just give me so much damage value. It's funny. It's just like barrages the bosses. Have a chance to do frost damage or healed. I kind of try to go from one enemy into the next. So this heal would actually be useful. Because I don't really like to mess around and just kind of chill at a singular enemy. We get ourselves a full-blown shield. 17,000 is pretty good. You guys are just annoying, aren't you? Alright, cool. You can kill all of the lumbering bones. Here we go. Targets deal damage after coming out of CC. Let's go for extra damage ourselves, just because if we kill them before they kill us, then we don't die. Crazy, right? I'm just gonna go with that strat. Ooh, Lost Dredger. We gotta take him out immediately. He is gonna have us some goodie bag. No? Okay, he runs away. I think they changed it so normally you would kill him, but now he just runs away when he drops his heals. Or whatever they add him. Mastery. We're gonna increase the Phantasma earn just because we don't need mastery. Even Outlaw Rogue. Maybe if we can get 100% mastery, like 100% chance to gain an extra swing, I guess it could be valuable. Here's the boss. Has about 100,000 more health than the last guy. We also have a shield, an immunity shield on us for a little bit longer. Kind of want to see if I can... I don't think I'll be able to take it into... Shield. Duration of evasion, feign, cloak of shadows, and vanish increased by 1 extra second. I'll take it. And we also get ourselves another anima for extra damage. I should have went for crit damage because I have a really high crit chance. I think we're set. We're just going to get ourselves a shield right before we go in. I think we could have waited actually for Torment to attack us before we truly went in, but that's fine. Gonna get a Slice and Dice up and running. Get ourselves Blade Flurry. Interrupt the focusing eyes. Get myself a grapple hook sometime soon, hopefully. Have plenty of energy, so no issue on that front. He's doing the Observer Beam ability. We can avoid it completely. Slice and Dice back up in a bit. Cool. We got ourselves Adrenaline Rush back up. Dig between the eyes. And we have ourselves one more level to go. The bosses are not that difficult. What do we have? Dance and Steel? Yes, please. That's a good one. So I can do Dance and Steel together with Blade Rush, which I'm okay with. And we're gonna go to the next level. I don't really know if any of the enemies are starting to be a challenge anymore. I think now we've gotten again to the same thing that happens in Torghast, where you just start to really outscale things. And I told you guys, look at this. So normally this guy would give you a debuff with haste reduction and movement speed. Because of movement 1, we don't have to worry about it at all. We can just kind of run at him. Probably should have re-rolled before I really went in. We can just kind of run circles around this guy if we want to. And just one-shot him like that. Because this isn't a worry for us at all. Yeah, I think Torghast, I think they did a much better job at like level 7. You know, things starting to really heat up. And I think they were really trying to figure out the difficulty curve. I think they're just throwing way too many abilities at players though. Way too many. Like, it shouldn't really be a question of what abilities you should throw at players. It should be a question of how many. Let's see. That was easy. Yeah, that actually was nothing. Beautiful. We get the heart, which I like. The heart is really good because it'll give you lots of resources. And I love the way these guys just kind of crawl out of the ground. I think they did a really good job with that animation. But they'll have to do a little bit better of a job balancing this place, because I want it to be kind of a challenge, but not constantly. Like, I think the player should be at least maybe a step ahead of some of the levels. If there's someone who is, let's say, really diligent and clearing the whole level, making sure to pick up every single anim ability, every single bonus, the player should be able to stay just a hair ahead, but not to the point where it's just like you're, you know, flying. So that's probably something that's going to be balanced out for the beta, and it just might be like reduce the amount of anim abilities you get, because okay, so it also says I have 328. That is not true. This is because this ability for some reason is counted at 255 times. So whatever this number minus 255 would be my real number. But even, you know, that real number is still too high, apparently. I cannot wait to see what it's going to look like towards the end of it, like when it actually releases. But right now it is a little bit high. It looks like there's an elite here. That speaker. Oh, what? I've never seen him show up on a map like that before. Excuse me, I wasn't talking to you. Excuse me, excuse you. Hey, Des. Oh, okay, you're dead. I just walked up and there you were. Oh, okay, doggy. Good doggy. Sit. How much crit do I have? Can I hit that 100% crit? I think if I roll myself or roll the bones buff, I think at that point I get 100% crit, right? I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, I never even got to use a finisher. That's how much damage we were doing at this point. What's the other one that's missing here? Hold on. Show up. We'll go with the extra duration. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, no, this is kind of crazy how fast I've been going. Now at this point we're just flying. And I think this is going to be the last stop, boys and girls. This is the literally final stop. I do want to see if I can wait until grapple hook back up. This guy has a little bit extra health than the last boss. Just about 100 and extra over. We'll go with a lighter fly, just because might as well. I played a Thorns build as a rogue once. I think rogues are not durable enough to play like a big Thorns build, but I'll take it. We have ourselves this gentleman right here. I was kind of hoping to get some comm points off of you, but I guess, I mean, at least I get an opener, right? Alright, let's go. Okay. Oh, grapple into big between the eyes, and there it is. Big between the eyes. I don't know, between the eye, because, you know, he's a Cyclopsian monster thing. And we got Resonant Chest. We'll see what this stuff is going to be all about at a later time. But that was a nice run. I actually quite enjoyed it. That was quite good. I think rogues started out really squishy, and maybe rogues are going to feel even squishier in this expansion. Some of the things contributing to our squishiness, I'd say, first of all, the healing. The fact that we don't have nearly as big of a heal in Crimson Vial. So self-reliability is going to be lower for rogues. So being able to utilize crowd control in order to survive and mobility is going to be even more important for you. So for all three specs, that shouldn't really be an issue. But it is going to be something weird to get used to. I do think that maybe in PvP it might be a little squishier. I wonder if I went for Elusiveness that run, I might have felt a little bit tankier for certain mechanics. I think Paint is still going to be a strong ability. I'm not here to complain about rogues. We're still in a really good spot. Hell, Outlaw, I mean, I'm literally using Blade Flurry because it does so much damage in single target fights. It's just that good of an ability. And the damage we do is just, it's really up there. Like, before we can really ramp up, things are melting pretty quickly. So you have this glass cannon feel, which I think fits rogues, right? Because if you're ever in trouble, you can just vanish away and such. It's almost like rogues play unfair. They do an unfair amount of damage, but they also take an unfair amount of damage as well. So, not saying that it's like a issue of balancing, but at least that's how they feel right now. And I feel like it kind of fits to the class. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts about the Rogue run on Torghast. This is the talent set that I was running. I picked up Dance Distill for free and Weapon Master for free. And a variety of different abilities as well. Most of them just being stats, just so I can do more damage. We did pick up some cool abilities like on grapple hook, next finisher does more damage. So imagine for subtlety on a shadow step, being able to literally shadow step behind somebody, nothing impersonal, kid. Big eviscerate to follow up as you were dancing on them. I think it would be really cool and fantastic to use. That was awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. That was cool. I think rogues are going to be pretty good for Torghast, just with the ability to stealth around and sneak. I think we might actually be one of the better solo classes, besides classes with tank pets. But we'll have to see how Torghast progresses. Rogues still have a lot of abilities that are just not really developed yet. We have a lot of these, like, just 3% extra buff, because it's temporary. So we'll see how rogues are going to look at a later time. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts about that run, and I'll see all of you guys in another video.